What's up, PPBS? It's Lean and Green, back here again for another vlog entry. This time I'm at RC's house. We're both in between workouts. I'm going for leg workout number 2. I think RC did chest with me, and he's going to do some ab work and some other stuff. But anyway, so what's important, I'd like to thank the people who have been supporting us. The ones in particular have supported us in the way that with the Sun Warrior combination promo with the shirt. Thank you very much. You know, it was a real pleasure putting that together for everybody. It seems just about everyone's received it, and I've received payment from everybody, which means that, you know, we can keep going with stuff. I mean, I just started tanning yesterday. You know, things like that cost money. So I guess it's, who should I want? Hold on, like Drop Soul, Vegan Joe, Joel K, H Ryan 77, Molly Mormon, Robert Supreme. All of you, thank you very much for your donations, and I've already gotten feedback from a lot of you that you're enjoying the product, which is awesome. Anyway, so back to me. I figured I want to start this. Well, I didn't really start it, but I figured I want to start this this vlog just basically saying what I worked out today, so it kind of feels like you're in there in the moment with me. So we did not work out together, but we were in the same facility, meaning that we trained different body parts. Excuse me. Checked out what a full squat is, which to me is a parallel squat, which isn't necessarily a full range of motion. It just basically means that your hamstrings are, and we're talking about squats here, barbell squats, your hamstrings are parallel to the floor. A full range of motion for anybody is as far as they can go where their knees are still behind their toes, in my opinion, and in the opinion of men. So a parallel squat is parallel. So basically we found out what parallel was. Then we found out what half the parallel was to the, resting position, and then quarter of the way. And I did all 3 of those, and at the very end I did a full range of motion. My butt was basically touching the floor. And we did film a YouTube video clip of that. I don't know how, it might take me some time to upload it, but because I want to edit all of the catches together, because we did different sets to show the progression of 15 sets, 5 being parallel squats, 5 being partial, meaning 3 of them are half squat, 3 sets were half squats, so we're at 8 sets right there. 9 and 10 were a quarter squat, which is, very partial range of motion, and then sets 10 through 15 were, full range of motion, and I have an excellent full range of motion. Fortunately, it's just my structure and my ability to do so. I'm very thankful for that. And my last 5 sets were basically, let's go through it. What do we got here? I did 3 warm-up sets with 145 for 5 reps. So I guess I did 18, but I don't consider those work sets. The first 2 work sets were 215 and 235 for 8 repetitions each set, parallel to the floor. The next 2 sets, sets 3 and 4, were 285 and 315 pounds. And those were 6 repetitions per set. The 6th working set was 370 pounds, and I couldn't seem to get a parallel squat down with this amount of weight without feeling I couldn't pick it back up. So I basically did a little more than 3/4. I did between 3/4 a parallel, 2 parallel, and at that point I decided I would go to my partial range of motion. It was good. That was the 5th set. So sets 5 through 8 were half squats, and I went to where we decided the bar was halfway up between a parallel squat and standing full at attention. And those were at 390 pounds, 425 pounds, and 425 pounds again, for what I believe is 10 repetitions per set. I don't remember. I don't have my book in front of me. I'm going by my head. Then I worked on to quarter squats, and I started off slowly. I believe I did, what was the first? There was only 2 sets. I think the first set I did something like 465 pounds, something like that, and it felt incredibly light. And then I went right up immediately to the next set to 505, I believe. And that just felt incredibly light too, so I did 10 repetitions with each set. And then after that, I did full range of motion squats, and my butt was basically literally touching the floor. I didn't want it to touch the floor because then it would, just doesn't make sense. But it was less, an inch away from the floor. And I did 235 pounds, 8 repetitions. No, for 9 repetitions, set 11, set 12, 8 repetitions, set 13 for 8 repetitions, set 14. I did for like 6 repetitions. I was getting tired. Then I didn't want to do a drop set, and the fact we were filming it got me amped, and I was just amped in general because I was finished. I did a drop set with 235 for 8 repetitions full, so you could see I got just more hyped to do it. And then I dropped the weight off as quickly as possible to 195, and I did another full 8 repetitions without stopping, or stopped enough to re-rack it and drop the weight down to 145. And I did another 8 repetitions, so I basically did a drop set and a total of 24 reps on my 15th working set. After that, I was pretty shot, and I did the sled with 3 plates on each side, and I did that for like 10 repetitions just as a cool down for 5 sets, and just to get some more work in. So I got about a little more than an hour's rest worth of time right here. Then I'm going back to the gym to just do some basic work to concentrate on my hamstrings and my glutes. Hamstrings more so because my quads are pretty dominant, my glutes are a little less dominant, and so I really want to get those in and just beat my legs further into submission today. Again, I don't know any of this professional mumbo jumbo and how people get all scientific or partials, but to me, I just measured halfway from parallel, not halfway from full range of motion. So I'm sure people are gonna have things in mind. Well, yeah, so it was maybe it was halfway full range of motion from parallel, which actually makes it a quarter squat to someone who's referring to calculating the distance between full range of motion and at attention. Frankly, I don't care. I'm not here to get scientific about it. I just want to get a workout in and let you guys know what I'm doing and express it as honestly, truthfully, and clearly as possible in the terms that I feel comfortable and know speaking about it. Anyway, so positive attitude about that. Hopefully we have a minute or two before this vlog is up. So yeah, I got a thumbs up from RC. Diet-wise, starting to cut down. I'm not gorging and as much food as possible, so generally my calories are probably going to be in the lower 3,000s. And this is week 10. I want to be in contest perfect position by around week 7 to week 8, which means that the cut down for me is going to start right now. I don't lose weight as easily as someone like Robert. I want to make sure that I'm going to be okay. So basically, the 7 days in a week. One day is going to be what I'd like to call protein or contest training type diet, which means for me, all liquids for the most part, I would imagine, all shakes, algae shakes, sunroy shakes, and basically just really, really, really high protein, like the type of diet that would kick you into ketosis after 24 hours. Do that for 1 day out of the 7 days. As the weeks progress, I'm going to add a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. By week 7, I should have like every day, between 1,500 to 2,000 calories, with maybe 80%, 70 to 90% protein as my total calorie intake. Now again, this is just a theory. Once I put it into action, I'll see what happens. I'm going to go by looks. If I feel like I'm losing too quick or I'm not losing enough, I may adjust things. Cardio as well. In theory, I'm going to go from 30-minute sessions of low intensity, and I'm going to work my way gradually to 45 to an hour minute sessions of high intensity and training and interval training, like doing sprints and stuff. And I got 2 minutes left, 2-minute warning. So basically, I'm going to use those 2 methods and increase. I'm going to do 4 cardio days and increase it eventually to 5 to 6 and maybe even 7 as the weeks go on. And then the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be tweaking. Maybe I'll have to gain a little, maybe I'll have to lose a little, maybe I'll just be comfortable where I'm at and just fine-tune everything. I think that's enough, brothers. I'll see you soon, and catch you later.